Nimbus Company time. Blech. I've already done my dailies today, so can't do that. We'll just hang out. Let's play the... No. We're not playing the prologue again. Let's look at that. Clover keeps telling me to do the intervalos, and so I will. Mephistopheles doesn't roar and grow up. Oh, what? Am I in a Discord? I'm hallucinating. I heard the Discord sound. What the hell? Doesn't roar and grumble ahead all day long. Still is an engine that needs rest from time to time. Much like how Charon is still a human who needs regular breaks. Are you still awake, Miss Faust? There are few things left to check. The engine is treated harshly during operation. It needs to be well maintained for a while at rest. This is the one in between, right after the chicken guy fight. Faust carried light tools and a small mechanical device in place of her usual Zweihander. Fortunately, the light tools involved a substantial amount of Zweihander. So there was actually, you could still see it, yeah. This is my Swiss Army Zweihander. It's got a Phillips head screwdriver and a blade. You're working hard. Oh, it's also got scissors. This barely work. Counts as work. To witness Faust's magnum opus cordis being overworked with no time for care takes a greater toll, rather. She said this after making a light smile. Do you like this update in particular? Faust looked down at me using a handheld device. Oh, this thing? Yes, I believe previously you weren't fiddling with it as often. Not much, I was just making the most of this new feature I've needed. Whenever Faust requests a break for routine maintenance, my LCB PDA also receives updates. The updates occasionally come with additional functions, and this time... A note? The device didn't have this functionality until now? It didn't, surprisingly enough. You didn't know that? I thought you were omniscient, Faust. This is a Monogatari bit. I have to rewatch Monogatari. It's like one of those things where it's like you watch it and you're like, oh, that's nice, and you're just trying to like cope with the fact that you have no idea what just happened. Wait, hold on. You know, I'm just gonna switch back to full screening Limbus. It's a good looking game. I'm gonna pull up chat on my phone. What's that one? Hold on. It is really as you say. This is a Limbus company that will never miss. Oh my god. Pardon me for a moment. She took a peek at the screen of my tablet. Are you attempting to write an encyclopedia, Dante? An encyclopedia, Dante. I mean, you keep using words I don't know, stuff like fixers or whatever wings are. It would be really funny if Dante was like a regular guy from a different world. It might be common vocabulary for you all, but not me. I understand. I do suppose you've lost all memory of the city. Yep. Well, Faust says we should know that we once had memories, so surely Faust would never lie to us. Yep, so I want to write down most stuff here. And copy down the... so it's like... This clock on my shoulders could be replaced with yet another head at any moment. There's no guarantee the memories I have right now will stay with me. That's why I must prepare a backup plan like this. So practical. I'm just thinking about Dante reading out the manifesto in the the claiming bones one. Oh, the back door. What the hell? That warning, the bus ground to a sudden halt in the back streets. We'll stop here today. Charon, I fear we haven't quite reached the destination. We're approximately 15% short of the target location. Considering our schedule, proceeding at least 3% farther would be ideal. Charon sleepy. Excellent bus drivers don't drive while sleepy. Charon is correct, but Heathcliff's still pissed off. Got it. Just stop stopping the brakes every damn time. Do you know how much you've done this? Forsooth, Sir Heathcliff hath crashed his nose onto the back of the front seat for the 4th time, which must signify that this is the 4th screeching halt to occur. Leave the wheel as soon as you start feeling sleepy, said the radio. That's a good point, but... Am I, like, hearing Ishmael's voice acting for the first time? Full screening the game should not increase the quality of the audio. Maybe I'm just like listening to it hard for the first time, or maybe it's like they've changed how they've played their characters. The minted boy agrees with me, eh? It's funny when the least flexible one says that kind of gabble. Was that? That's what you're playing at. What about that old bogey over there who still thinks she's a wartime general? Calling Otis a fogey? Ishmael pointed to Otis, whose veins were beginning to stick out on her veteran and placid face. This is a prime example of the terror of learned fear. It's happened enough to be familiar, but it's still rather intimidating to hear Vergilius send the bus into chilling silence with a single gesture or utterance. What is it? You were all happily chattering moments ago. No reason not to continue. Weren't you sighing to go on a proper rampage after? I was stretching. Felt a bit stiff. Load of... It's laughable how you behave. You're like dogs that drool at the sound of a bell. Oh, Heathcliff's got like some trauma about being called a dog. Fuck you, Hindley. You weren't even a strong boss. You got complaints? Remember that my office in the back always has open hours. I'll make time for consultations, Miss Taust. I leave the rest to you. Of course. Julius nonchalantly walked past the sinners and their piercing stares with Charon at his side, both stood at the back of the bus. It's Sesame, Charon. Karan knows it's not like magic phrases are what open doors anyway. She's like, shut the fuck up and let me have fun. Can't have shit in this. Like, I would really love for Karan to just snap and completely break character. It's just like, you know what? Fuck you. Can't have shit in this house. And just fucking slap the door open. And just say, it's open. Fucking sesame. Jesus Christ. Door slammed shut behind her. Like, exchange corny jokes. The large door large enough to fill the backside slowly open. Been a few months, but still weirds me out every time I see it. It's bigger on the inside, right? Its back door opened. A splendid, narrow, deep, spacious hallway revealed itself. An endless corridor that looked to go on forever. Far into this hallway, classy poles demarcate the end of the area we're allowed to traverse, standing in front of unending lines of red lights. Though the place seemed comfy, something about it makes eerie feelings creep up. Now that I think about it, is that one of those singularities belonging to a wing? Faust, do you know anything? Of course it is known. Oh wait, Faust calls Gregor by his name? He's not Bug Guy to her. Of course it is known, but I am certain that you do know that I cannot speak of them in much detail, Herr Gregor. Could stand to be a bit nicer about it. She was pretty nice about it. This is a corridor. Thank you, Ryoshu. That's correct. It's a corridor. Sure is. A long hallway with doors to rooms on the sides. Of course it's a corridor. I have... What are you trying? Whatever, I'm too tired. Dante, please, it's me, Zebra. Zep Samsa. Gregor's words snapped me out of idly staring down to the edge of the passage. But yeah, right. Dante, while I understand that you may feel it to be an unnecessary, repetitive act, simply put, the executive manager's approval is a vital part of the procedure. Please understand. No need to put it like that, Miss Faust. That answer, I got up from my seat and stood at the front of the bus, looking at the crew. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners. There's probably some fucking reason for this. Thank you kindly. Starting now. You'll have a maximum of 12 hours to partake in sleep and rest. The duration is subject to change. Have a good night. As soon as Faust finished speaking, the sinners walked along with groans and sighs. Oh, jeez, man, I'm whipped. A fine night, young Sinclair. What say you to another game of chess? No, thanks. You always run to Mr. Yi-sang for hints whenever you're losing. Yi-sang. Oh, and this is pre-Yi-sang being cool. That is untrue, Sinclair. That was because I could not bear to watch the grievous misplacement. That's even worse. Bonsoir, manager. And thank you for today's work. As for tonight's watch. Oh, Marceau, thanks for jesting. Yeah, I wasn't feeling sleepy today. Then Otis suddenly intervened. Executive manager, allow me to remind you that I am always willing to stand in for night watch duty if you ever feel fatigued. Yeah, babushka, how about we get inside now? Executive manager, your hard daytime work must... Sure, let's get you to bed. His entire daytime work basically involves getting stabbed with knives. It's like... I'm just imagining like, you know, the classic conversation of like men being like, you don't know what it's like to get kicked in the balls. And then women are like, period cramps. And Dante is like, I have suffered 1,000 deaths. And I will suffer 10,000 more come the end of the year. Your petty struggles are beneath me. Then at last, Faust and I remained. That was fortunate, Dante. Had they not forced Otis to retire, she would have nagged you for the duty of night watch for quite a while ago. It does happen a lot. I commented back as I watched the sinners head into the corridor, one after another. Thorodia entered and closed the door. Ishmael opens the same to get inside. You said the doors leads to a different space each time it opens, right? Yes, as long as the sinner is in the right mental condition, the door will lead to lodging appropriate for rest and personal use. Lodging, is it? They look more like jail cells last time I peeked through the window. Maybe that's your mental state. You're feeling trapped? You're going into the metaverse? Just like in Persona 5. Holy. Still, she must mean it can be used as a personal living space for sleep, showers, self-care, and all that. You seem to have other questions besides that. My clock has no eyes, nose, or mouth, and yet somehow it feels as though Faust reads something out of me. Not that she'll tell me how she manages it. She's fucking crazy. You know, just curious about what's over there. Pointed down to the far end of the corridor with my finger. Right to the horizontal depths of the seemingly endless corridor. As I have told you repeatedly, it is best not to be curious about it, Dante. As expected, Faust chose to walk into the corridor with a faint sigh instead of a real answer. And yet, just maybe, Faust knew all along. She knows it all, as she likes to say. Maybe she knew that I would learn about what lies beyond the corridor soon enough. It's where the mirror dungeons live, right? Or the fucking Walpurgis. Does this change after you're done? The image probably changes when you finish, right? They're not just like spoiling it, right? Or maybe they are. All right, next one. Didn't drink a little bit of water. Happened exactly a week after that fruitless exchange. Thank you kindly. Starting now, you will whatever. The same instructions as always. In response, sinners groan and stretch like usual. Except this time, one sinner stuck out of that normalcy like a sore thumb. What now? Even be she. It's not the first time he's all grumpy like that, is it? And Heath, make sure to simmer down before you get in your room, okay? All that grumbling thunder in there keeps me awake, you know. Sinners' rooms, their lodging, their personal space, and cell reflect their state of mind, or so I've heard. Each room's floors, walls, and overall ambiance are shaped after the sinner's personality. The view through the window changes depending on their emotions and mental state. Oh, that's what's in their ego images. Okay, it's their room in there. So all I've seen were distant glimpses through that window, so I don't have all the details. The room Heathcliff enters would sometimes, actually rather frequently, emit wuthering and stormy sounds. Ooh! Usually he'd snap back with a "why should I" or something like that, but he only clicked his tongue. Suppose he doesn't feel like arguing. Thanks to that, he stood in the corridor until all the other sinners, save for Faust, went into their rooms, staring down the passage with a frown. Maybe he was relieving stress this way. And that right there is where the incident began. Huh? With all those doors down the aisle. Heathcliff pointed in the exact same direction I did a week ago. Those doorways were beyond the no trespassing line, blocking the way. Heathcliff, I recommend against walking farther into the corridor than necessary. Huh, that sure makes it sound awful suspicious. There is nothing of which to be suspicious. You are better off listening to Faust. What, you keep treasures or some such in there? Faust's secretive attitude was enough to rouse his curiosity. Heathcliff, do not do it. You will regret your action. Got well emotional and gobby, eh, Miss Cleveress? It's like you're actually hiding something there. No, Heathcliff. He sprinted into the dark before we could stop him. What's in there? Just as I was about to ask Faust an obvious thing to be concerned over. Heathcliff's sharp scream echoed from the unit's unlit area far into the corridor. Dante, now is the time to take my left hand and run with me. Huh? I won't be able to get him out in time on my own. I may be engulfed myself if I don't act quickly. Before I could process what she meant, Faust ran off in the direction Heathcliff disappeared. Shuckaroonies. Shuckaroonies? My god. Dante, are you from like the 40s? So we crossed the line and proceeded deeper into the corridor. We came across a three-way crossroads. There's a lot of crosses in that sentence, just like Jesus. I think I heard some screams coming from the middle. Without a moment's hesitation, Faust darted for the left aisle. Faust, I know you're in a hurry, but are you sure this is the right way? I could have sworn I heard his voice coming from the center path. I know. Without elaborating further, Faust continued running. Another fork we encountered, Faust chose the right path. Right afterwards, she entered the fifth door on the left side of that hallway. What is this? Right as I entered, another hall came into view. Its end was like a cliff. To be more precise, I felt some kind of gravitational pull trying to get me to fall to the end of the hallway. Heathcliff! When I saw him, he crawled toward us with all his might from the middle of the hall. He might fall the moment he lets go. What the hell is all this in this place? Even though I couldn't see much in the dark behind him, I definitely felt some presence in it. Faust, what's over... Dante, I want you to hold the knob on this door tightly. Firmly grip my hand as well. Holding my hand securely, she gradually approaches Heathcliff. This hallway isn't tilted or anything, is it? Why does it feel like we're hanging off a cliff? That is because we're in a corridor. Obviously. Dante, do not let go. Reminding me to hold fast, Faust extended her other arm while holding her spy hunter. Heathcliff, grab this if you would. Are you mental? My hand will get gashed if I try grabbing that giant blade. You'll much prefer deep wounds on your palms to what you can suffer down there. Baffled, Heathcliff looked at the sword and then the darkness behind him. Dante, pull him up. Might and main. Got it. Huff Hoog. No, I'm not sure if it's even right to say that we pulled him up, but nevertheless, Faust hoisted his unconscious body by the legs and started rushing, saying that we need to return the way we came. Following her lead, I supported his arms and trailed behind, keeping his head from dragging along the floor. After burning some time, let us say that it is fortunate he wasn't lost in a deeper area. Dante, you will have to turn the clock. Heathcliff's gonna be okay, right? Psychological damage is likely to be severe. Our work will be encumbered if he loses his mind. I didn't have a choice. Oh, I had to... Good work back there, Dante. Well, it is unfortunate that we have lost a portion of our limited break time to this. Faust, just what's in there? Where does it lead? She's like, I'm not gonna fucking tell you. Have you played this game? Can you tell me at this point? I've seen that stuff now. It was only natural that I want to know what resides there and what was chasing Heathcliff. Moreover, why did it never show itself to us? Why did it vanish instead of chasing him any further? These questions were driving me crazy, but alas. As stated earlier, there are limits to what Faust can elaborate. Yep, I honestly didn't expect much. The corridor, UIF. It was, it stands for idiot fucking. It's just backwards. It's like idiot, comma, fucking. It's like first name, last name, or last name, first name. Ryoshu muttered with a cigarette in her mouth, walking past us both. She must have left her room while we were out on our rescue mission. However, Faust proceeded if not a soul had just walked by, as if nothing was just said. Huh? You did prevent a sudden vacancy in the bus department. Though I wouldn't exactly call it a reward, I do suppose this isn't a bad idea to inform you of one thing. Ooh, let me hear it. The unexpected boon had me rubbing. I'm just imagining, you know, the yellow emoji guy rubbing his hands together. I'm imagining Dante with a like devious grimace. But Dante doesn't have a face. Dante, when you traverse a road that you have never walked before, what do? I mean, you use a map, obviously? That's right. Then even if you don't have a map, your brain will form images to serve as one. From there on that map, there will be a starting point and a destination clearly marked. When you return from your trip, you will trace back through that way. It's so obvious I don't need to verbally answer, I just nodded along. Hopefully that makes it clear enough. Huh? This is why you should remember where you've started in the corridor, especially when you open a door. Flabbergasted by the abrupt end, I blurted, "Now then, Faust has grown tired. Do take care." He walked through the door before I could say something, leaving me with a riddle. Yeah, I envied the mini-sodes. I was waiting for you to show up. Of course it would go like this. Sighed out of frustration, but not a breath of air expelled from my pitiful clock. Devious grin. Still, left powerless. All I can do is boot up this electronic notebook and piece together what little information I have collected. Okay, so I just got to the part where Dante was like, yeah, this thing is a notebook. And Faust is like, what? I didn't install that feature. Which is interesting. It's ooh, it's like foreshadowing for what happened in chapter 6. Okay, let's do a temple. I have the magic bullet ego already, so I don't know what to pull for. Do you have any suggestion? I guess I could pull for the Honglu and the Heathcliff. It's better than getting a random Sinclair thing. Oh, that's true. I can actually use the egos. Like, I don't have any egos for Sinclair other than Hex now. So, we do one. Oh, well, we got one. Okay. Okay. Wow, they really want me to use the fucking talisman Sinclair again. Okay. Well, back to doing... I'm gonna... Ooh, who's we're a mystery. Okay, support. This is the new one. They're both level 45. Eh.
자, 벨 들어왔네. 플루, 늦겠다. 뛰자.
At 45 plus SP, he could get more than 45 SP? Retreat. Hey, participation trophy. Participation trophy? Is he talking to me? How on earth did you do that earlier? TikTok, and voila, it seemed to me that you rewound the time and unwounded your friends. Unwounded? I'm so clever. I've never seen a tech like that could rewind time like that. Ah, okay. Well, that's trade secret. Ask and you shall receive. Pain. Fascinating. Aren't you terrified of time? As far as I'm aware, there's practically no way to rewind time for a singular entity that exists in an open, unenclosed area. Either that, or my study didn't reach as far as I thought it did. Wait, no, that's actually a very serious problem then. I was very desperate, you know, and it's unlikely that I missed anything. You know, what else is a serious problem? The fact that we're wasting our time chatting about inane stuff while they're getting away. Come on, Dante. He sets everything on fire. Oh, no way. Hold on, inane stuff? This is extremely serious. It's important is absolutely incomparable to what amounts to arresting a few small fry revolutionaries. If this was a true resurrection, then the head would have been after your heads already, so I doubt this is what it is. Then it must have something to do with time manipulation, I'm certain of it. Maybe it works with the same mechanisms as the 2T2 protocol under the hood. No, that works only within an isolated enclosure. I can't rewind the time of a singular individual. Pretty good and competes with Enclair, I guess. Oh, as like a burn. Perhaps they are drawing time from elsewhere to ingest it into their time stream. I mean, that seems a tad more plausible. They're actually rewinding their time, then the visual elements of that process would manifest in a vastly different manner. Suppose this means you can't actually rewind or skip time either, am I right? You can't just say all that gibberish and expect me to be able to. The process also seemed to involve a great degree of pain. Oh well, it seems to be in a bad taste when I say it's good news, but I suppose I can say that I'm about to tell you it is somewhat auspicious. I was going to get into the nitty-gritty only if we had to venture into one of the more dangerous places like the back streets, but here we go. Check the other side of your badges. There should be a small clockwork knob attached to your badges in there. Mind rotating it for me? Yeah. They only come after you if it causes paperwork. Class 5 staff jabbered on endlessly, zapping between numerous subjects within a matter of seconds, before reaching out and pointing at the badges we were wearing. Not all fixtures specializing in investigations are strong enough to defend themselves in emergencies. That is why these special investigator badges are all equipped with the same function that goes into suits of higher-ranking staff members at T-Corp wear. It's called Golden Time. If you keep the clockwork wound, it will automatically speed up the body's natural regeneration process as soon as it detects its wearers at risk of death. It's nothing compared to what you're capable of, but it's quite something, isn't it? If that happens, you have 7 days to fix the issue. Not murder, since clones are not people. Not that you don't care which gets the original identity, only that one claims it. Yes. They don't care who they don't care if the original is the one who gets it. They just don't want duplicates. So that's paperwork, baby. Also, I was looking at the Limbus Company merch, and I realized there is a W Corp baseball cap, and that's peak. That's like a good one. Okay, I'm actually gonna move the ad box. Where ads? Ads. No, not ad box. Chat box. Oh boy, I haven't streamed in a while. Can I like edit this? Um, there we go. Chat box fixed. Okay. It's time for Limbus Company. I love this guy. I love that little like thing of hair. He looks a little bit like Hubert. Especially with the way he's like stroking his chin. That is something. He's like Hubert stance. He's Hubert maxing, I'll be honest. Or she? I don't remember. I don't remember. It's been 2 weeks. So I don't actually have to turn the clock myself. Of course, it takes time for it to refill once its charge is spent. If you ever run out of its uses, then I suppose it all comes down to you. Participation trophy. You'll have to take one for the team and bring them all back yourself. You're willing to do that, but not willing to help us before we get torn to shreds, huh? I prefer that. Good. Ready? Let's go after them then. Yeah. It's like it's like if Hubert was a bottom, I guess. It's Gearpunk bottom Hubert. You could not disappoint me because I have zero expectation of you. I love you, Hubert. Where did they run off to? I'm pretty sure they came this way. No more tracks. We wasted too much time on his boring lectures. Hey, assistant. Are you sure it's okay for you to just saunter behind us like you're out on a picnic? Why would I run? I hate running. It's literally your job. Is it though? But my job is at this precise moment is to keep my eyes on you and your investigation regarding the case of time-killing time, not making your Divya arrest. But you're a T-Corp employee. Okay, fine. Let's say that I decided to run instead of walk and help you capture those Divya rascals. What then? Will T-Corp suddenly stop having problems just because they're gone? Will this place suddenly transform into some sort of humanitarian paradise? Not to mention that, as long as their leader runs free, they'll be back before you know it. Excuses, then KTA. Kiss the ass? Kill that asshole. Kill them all. If we do kill them all, that only opens up room for a worse syndicate to take their place. If that happens, then their collector friend from earlier might end up suffering from something much, much worse than having to stop and search random passersby. Not to mention that I'll be getting muscle cramps from all the running. Besides, isn't your friend one of them? Weird, I thought you wouldn't want me to arrest them. Right? I thought Rodeo would be a little bit happier to be reminded of the Eurodv. I don't know how to fucking speak Russian. Oh my god. It's the clock from Magic the Gathering. The communist wannabes are annoying, but mostly harmless, at least compared to other options. That's fair, honestly. Well, since it looks like the trail's gone cold, let's go back to the stop and search lady and ask if she noticed anything suspicious since we left. Fine. T-Corp employee we met earlier was still standing completely inert, not moving a muscle. Poor woman. I can't believe she's on duty at such a late hour. Such is the life of a laborer. No, they got her. I can't even hear her breathing. That's the Time Ripper's MO. The Time Ripper got to her that fast? They only kill people occasionally and shake down people. I love Hong Lu loving getting into the fucking Agatha Christie books. She's in a state of absolute stillness. A death-like state achieved without a thimble of blood on their hands. What a misophobic art. Hold on. Ryoshu loves making me Google things. Same with Yi-Sang, honestly. Misophobic. Misophobia. Oh. It's a pathological fear of contamination and germs. Oh, so from Ryoshu, it's an insult. Ah, okay. So it's like she's like, you're a fucking dweeb. You're such a nerd. Kill people. I love Ryoshu so much. Though she may be in a state of stasis to those of us who are watching from the outside, for her, this must be as brief as the blink of an eye. What do you think the culprit's trying to do with all that time? Best group of murder hobos. Guys, this is a crime scene. Let's try not to touch the body, I mean the victim. Whoa, look, there must be some sort of spatial temporal displacement superposition phenomenon going on here. She's completely incorporeal. Is this seriously the time to... Rodya, there, up ahead. Whipped around, noticing the now familiar sensation of a distortion. Caught a brief glimpse of a suspicious figure slowly slipping into the fog. You, stop! Ryoshu, think you can catch up? I'm not your hunting dog, but sure, I'll entertain you just this once. Ooh, she's pretty fast. Ryoshu sure moves fast when she finds something interesting. It's been a while since I've seen people like you, the kind who sprint towards, action. Hold on. The kind who sprint forward, their eyes fixed on the horizon. Here everyone only ever looks down, their necks bent and gaze locked to the ground, watching out their own feet take as their halting steps. I suppose they only ever look up to check the time on the clock towers. But there must have been a time when everyone walked tall. I think I know why that is. Because they all learned helplessness. So they realized that even if they ran till their lungs burst, nothing will change, that it doesn't matter. Yeah, not everyone can run like Merceau. Learning to maintain a stable breathing rhythm is not easy. Thank you, Hong Lu. You've really learned what a metaphor is. Nothing flies over my head. I would catch it. That's not what I'm talking about. Wait, take a closer look at her face. Remember? It's the same face she was making earlier when she shouted, "It's stop and search." Yeah, maybe she saw someone suspicious, approached them for a stop and search, and got ambushed. Should ask her when she recovers. But we don't know when she'll recover. Sometime later. Catch. Are you sure you captured him alive? Hey, Ryoshu, doesn't he kind of look a bit different from the mysterious person that got away? He's clearly wearing something different. Besides, he's one of the Eurodivi we ran into. Clothes are just husks that can be cast off at any moment. He started running as soon as our eyes met. Hey, rise and shine. I'll mind the suspicious one. Anyone would run if someone like you started sprinting after them with that big sword in your hands. He's like, oh fuck. I gotta get the hell out of here. I have many ways to crush the truth out of you. First, no dismembering. This is the Erodivius turf. You'll soon regret dragging me down here. I prepared this secret weapon just for this occasion. Watch out! He's gonna fucking blow up again. What was that? One of the 5 greatest inventions of the Erodivius T-Core branch, the portable adjustable frequency periodical light apparatus attachment sound wave generator. This will call every single Erodivius in its range to this exact location. There, see what I mean? You see the problem with prevalent among inventors. They never know when to stop when it comes to naming their inventions. You'll pay dearly for smacking me in the back of my noggin. These people. I love the, like... yeah, there's like criminal gangs, but the companies that they're stealing from are just as bad, honestly. Which is really funny. You're the culprit. Yeah, everyone kind of sucks. Yeah. So if you, at least they give your starting party double actions to compensate. Yeah. It is nice. They are getting dominated because I do have like a very high level party. I just realized I'm almost caught up. Right, time killing time was when I was like over the summer when I was getting back into the game. So like we're almost caught up. There's one mini-sode? Wait, I thought it was a whole intervallo. Should I do the refraction railway on stream?
내 놈들 덕분에 내가 강해진 게 아니다. 내가 강하기에 내 놈들을 휘두른 거지.
Or is that like a thing I'm required to do for the story?
기다려라, 거태. 곧 먹이를 먹여주지.
I might do a stream, but it won't be on a Tuesday. It'll be like an irregular Limbus stream. Cause I wanna keep the story. Oh, oops. That's fine. Ryoshu can just clown this entire group of people. Honestly, this unit is so strong.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 두드려 패.
적대 세력 감지. 스무드리타 방역 대단히
Yeah, my party is getting dominated except for Ryoshu. She loves killing.
대가리 딱 떼고 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
God, that guy's getting put in the void.
지금이다. 대골바가지 거미 대가리
짠 떨지 말고.
It's fine. Honglu's fucking cooked anyway.
어쩔 수 없지만요.
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
기적해 사라졌지 않아.
거
He's still alive. Oh, he's getting healed by Ryoshu. That's so funny. That's why he's still alive. You go, Honglu.
길 좀 막지 마.
Oh, the free revive. I forgot about that one.
길에서 비켜. 길에서
It's fine. I don't expect there to be any trouble in this chapter. Oh my god, Honglu actually got a kill.
기적해 사라졌지 않아. 거 대. 내 죄는
Jesus
내가 알아서
Christ.
처리한다.
Ryoshu's just beating people to death with hammers.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
Oh my god. She keeps losing health.
지금이다. 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
Oh, that is. I mean, I assume it activates when you kill yourself with the Amazon.
내 놈들 덕분에
But
됐다. 뛰자.
I mean, it would make sense if it did. They're matching various pieces of information we found from the defeated Eurodivi members together. We managed to track them down to a rundown building that appeared to be their hideout. You finally managed to track us down, haven't you, filthy watch chains of T-Corp? And you, Clock, he says. You get him, Dante. It's only elementary because I am an ace detective. Rodia exclaimed triumphantly as she flicked her hair back, but I sensed the smallest hint of uncertainty in her voice. Yup, we're all ace detectives. I admit, we shouldn't have let you track us down, but you don't look too strong. It's a foolish to move to fight a lion in his den. I hope you've prepared yourselves. And then fucking Red Eyes Ryoshu just fucking walks up behind him and then just clobbers his head clean off. It's just like, oh, the lion in his own den, you say. Don't you worry about our butts. We got a class 5 staff with us, you know. Huh, I can deduce a few things about you. 1. That man's outfit. That aloof look on his face. I see. It's likely you're not lying that he really is a class 5 staff. 2. You are absolutely shameless for bringing a class 5 watch chain to a rundown hideout like this. Why does this have anything to do with shame? I don't know about shame, but this place sure is run down. Right, how about this? I'll set this one out just for the sake of fairness. I don't feel like cheating if I were to take part in this fight, yeah. That is a fair proposal. Fine, I accept your offer. Do we not get a say in any of this? Oh, Hubert looking motherfucker.
뭐야?
You sure are like a normal person.
대가리 딱 떼도
Rodion's a little bit too low level.
뭐가 쏘라.
Jesus Christ, lady.
두드려 패.
되지.
대가리 딱 떼도
Bam, 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 bam.
뭐가 쏘라. 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리.
Bam, bam, bam. I don't know what team this Hong Lu is supposed to go in, but I don't think it's this team.
대가리 딱 떼도
길에서 비켜.
부족해 차려졌지 않아. 겉에
이런 것도 되지. 편하게 가자.
I kept trying to do the kill all 77 enemies in the Walpurgis event, but I kept
하나 눕혔네.
his ego and his skill 3 turns Tremor into a that does a variant that does sloth damage on bursting. That's I don't know anything about Tremor, so that's cool, I guess. But I keep trying to do the
딜리버리 캐리어 출력 상승. 길에서 비켜.
부족해 차려졌지 않아.
Oh, I forgot I could use support units for it. The problem I kept running into is I need a whole bunch of multi-hit moves.
편하게 가자.
And so I was mainly using Magic Bullet Fire for that and the Magic Bullet Ego. But the problem is that you get into a lot of situations where you're either at 0 Magic Bullet or you can't use the Ego because it'll kill Otis. Yeah, so I just completely forgot that I could bring a support unit.
길좀 막지 마.
Maybe I should get like a
지금이다.
support unit that does
예사롭지가 않은데? 아주
poise as well, because I don't have the crit damage one.
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
There's one that's like do like 1 billion damage on a crit, but I don't have any poise units, so
착각하지 마라.
Jesus Christ.
겉에. 내
He's
놈들
just
덕분에
cooking
내가
these
강해진 게
people.
아니다. 내가 강하기에
Wait.
닥쳐라 해파. 누굴 팰지 내가 정한다.
Okay. I can try that one. We're just gonna hit one right.
직접 타도하자.
Oh yeah, I see the Tremor. Tremor is also what the T-Corp units do too, right?
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 그대로 두드려 패.
Yeah, the problem is that the order the skills actually get used in seems random.
뭐가 치워라.
Like it really seems random.
저것들 너덜너덜하잖아. 일단 놈 대가리부터 뭉개.
Which, like, it's not in the order they are. Yeah, where I've had turns where I had a magic bullet fire before the ego. So I was like, okay, I'm at 7, but it'll kill 7 enemies and then it'll reset. But it just killed me, which was upsetting.
편하게 가자고요.
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
Okay, I actually have to manually sign here.
대가리 딱 떼고
깡끌지 말고 길에서 비켜.
Oh, okay. So it's just a free ego? Yeah.
죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다. 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
Matt did ask me once if I used the Seed of, I've been using the Seed of Light in my mirror dungeons. Or no, I actually posed this exact problem to him. And he's like, yo, yeah, just use Seed of Light. And I'm like, I don't have that. And he's like, oh, oops. Pretend I didn't say anything. Which is so true, Matt. Thank you for hanging out.
직접 타도하죠.
페이지 긴니거리 캐리어 출력 상승.
But yeah, that one's like annoying. Now that my main team is max level, I'm trying to level up my charge team so I can use them in the mirror dungeon hard mode. Oh my god, what the fuck did he just do? That guy was full health. The half speed one? Well, it's like there's multiple powers, right?
제작지 형태의 플루드니 차는 의미 없는 살색을 지향한다. 배달을 즉시 수행하여 귀하의 목숨을 보장하십시오.
It's like there's another one of these that does the thing you said. Oh, the ads are here. I don't know anything about that, so I'll just have to trust you on it. Okay, they're just getting cooked. What can I say?
기적해 찾아졌지 않나. 거태.
Damn, dude. That's probably good enough.
파도하자.
시간 끌지 말고 시간표와 배달 가능한 범상의 시간 테스트는 시간의 안배를 보여줍니다.
This guy's gonna get cooked. Oh no, he lived! I didn't manage to kill any of them. That's fine. Ryoshu win.
딱 때도.
Oh, that guy lives now. Rodion may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
그래서 비켜.
We quickly moved our conversation into the hideout after defeating the Eurodivi members. Surrender and confess. Starting to run low on patience. Might kill you. Imagine having like a text chain, like it with your work. Like, imagine the Limbus Company work group chat. I was gonna go off on some terrible joke. But now I'm thinking, what if WhatsApp was in Limbus Company? I need revive, Dante. I need revive, Dante. I'm not telling you shit from Faust. No, hold on. Let's see if someone's made this. Has someone made this? I that got me. So the only funny part of that was a text from Virgilius that just says Dante. I don't know why that's. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. We've surrendered already. Not sure what you wanted to confess either. What, would you like for us to confess? Were you the Eurodivi or something? He hesitated, unsure if he was really clueless or not. That's when Rhodia confidently strode forward and pointed an accusatory finger at the Eurodivi captain. Right, questioning time. You've always hated this nest state of affairs, am I right? Must you really ask? You like inventing stuff and not registering them to the tech agency, don't you? Again, must you really inquire about something you could discern simply by looking around? Ooh, mind if I take a gander at these inventions? Wait, don't just go around touching... I see, this hedgehog toy is a time bomb disguised as a plushie. Oh my god, it's literally the Baldur's Gate 3 plotline! Scans the palm as soon as it enters within a certain proximity range, and it doesn't recognize the palm as an authorized individual's, it'll shoot out its spines to penetrate the intruder. But you've screwed the parts too tightly down here. You'll do well to remember that mechanical engineering isn't all about tightening the screws as hard as you can. Sometimes you need a slightly loose screw or two to make things fit better. And another thing, if I were you, I would have made the spine holes hexagon-shaped, not circular. You could tell all that from a quick look? You certainly are no commonly employee. Either way, most of these are experiments, incomplete products. In truth, you like making more dangerous, destructive inventions too, right? You really are a persistent one, aren't you? What are you getting at? And I'm sure these violent interventions eventually led to something that can completely rip someone's time away. Wait, what? Culprit behind the case of time-killing time. It's you guys, right? It's what you do, isn't it? You see something that rubs you the wrong way and you go ahead and smash it to bits. That's a bit of a logical leap, isn't it? I would actually describe it as an illogical leap. Sounds like this friend of yours in the Eurodivia really messed up big time in the past, Did he do something drastically violent? No, Sonia, he always knew how to say the right things to get people to agree with him, to convince them to join his cause. Rodion is projecting. His words filled me with this confidence that we really could change the world, that it really was as effortless as letting a candy slowly melt away in my mouth. But what could he possibly do to change the world? He doesn't even do anything. Not like these guys. I bet the T-Corp Eurodivia are nothing more than knockoffs who just found themselves inspired by stories coming out of J-Corp. Or it's absolutely baffling how you failed to correctly deduce the single thing. No, we're not knockoffs. Besides, the Saint has already brought many changes to this world. Changes that you mere detectives can't even dream of. The Saint? Indeed, Saint Sonia was the one who really sparked the fire of the Eurodivia in every nest. Well, that isn't the only reason they call him the Saint, but that's beside the point. In every nest? Sonia did that? Since you claim to be Saint Sonia's friend, allow me to say it in no uncertain terms. The Eurodivia had nothing to do with your case. Sonia, Are we supposed to take you at your word? First, we don't have this time-killing technology. We can steal time or timepieces, but it's practically impossible to kill time. Making something so absurd would certainly catch the tech agency's attention. He calls himself a saint. Not good. Yeah, it's giving me real Maxwell from Hellsing Ultimate vibes. And that is trouble that I'm not willing to invite. Why? You've certainly been causing a ruckus here. Isn't that what the Eurodivia wants? Chaos? Please, don't compare us to the likes of the Backstreets gang. There are those among us who want that chaos, of course. One of our former members insisted that we must take the abundance of time in T-Corp for ourselves and have our comrades divided equally among us? No, he's online leftist communist vibes. I mean, he is not online. He's actually doing stuff, which makes him more, he's like actually doing something, which is not, he's not a armchair activist. That's true. He does do all of his work by telling other people to do the work. I guess he is kind of an armchair activist. But such drastic action would also hurt the have-nots, those who do not deserve such pain. So we must adhere to the saint's teachings. To truly tear out the throats of the rich, we must wait for the right moment. The right moment? Huh. There really was Sonia. So I've been wondering, are you really the saint's friend? Of course she is. He even invited her to join his journey. Why don't we leave for now? We can always come back here once we uncover more evidence. Dante says, let's leave for now. Are we not arresting them? Didn't one of you give me a whole lecture about how it's my job to arrest them? Rhodia ignored the assistant's question and turned around to leave the hideout, wearing a dark expression, something I had never seen from her before. The assistant shrugged, and we were about to leave the hideout as well, but the Eurodivia captain stopped us. Wait, if you really are a friend of the Saint, then I can't let you leave without giving you some advice as the more experienced detective. I was able to establish a few things from this conversation, so allow me to share them with you. Oh, right, you dabble in detective work from time to time as well, yes? Is this a common thing that you Eurodivia get up to? No, the Eurodivia branch in District 20 do. Anyway, if I were you, I would start by looking for a common thread that ties all victims together. Find out what they have in common. Why? The Corp Collections Agency knows everything about time. Where it comes from, where it goes, but not with this case. But if they know everything about comings and goings of time, how are you avoiding their eyes? Not all of us do. I can't tell you more, however. Just know that we have an ace up our sleeve that lets us continue our guerrilla activities in this nest. Yeah, I was assuming. Anyways, does it not strike you as odd that for someone with such impressive technology that can quite literally rip away time without a trace, the killer seems unusually passive? This tells me that there is a condition that they must first meet to use their powers. Another possibility is that they have a certain creed or belief system that they follow, but ideologically motivated culprits usually leave behind more obvious evidence that points to their beliefs. Ooh, I think that adds up nicely. Want to join our squad of ace detectives? Hong Lu's like, we should be besties. Who the hell hired this bumbling team of amateur detective wannabes? Never mind. Now, would you kindly leave this place? Well, we now know where the Eurodivia are. We can always come back here if we need anything else. Who the hell? I mean...
대의에 맞서는 자들을 확실하게 굴복시켰죠.
What the hell is this?
그럼 다음 타겟을
Oh, it's
선택해볼까요?
just more presents. A sack full of trinkets and decorations hastily taken from the gift cup factory. Ooh, look at this. It's gonna be fucking Arsene, and not the one from Persona 5. Well then, the Eurodivia is swearing up and down that they've got nothing to do with the case, and the time river is still at large. But now, ace detectives. But we don't have any other leads. The one we talked to just left the hideout, so why don't we follow him? You want to tail that Eurodivia? Well, looks like not arresting them may pay off after all. I think that's a fair suggestion. Waste of time. We should torture them one by one until someone breaks. According to page 155 of Lady Agatha's book, an ace detective must always remain vigilant and not shy away from stakeouts. You've already on page 155? Don Quixote gave us this book so that we can all become ace detectives. I've been reading it whenever I can. The Eurodivvies. I love how Agatha Christie isn't even like a different like there's no angle on Agatha Christie. It's not like how like Hook and Smee are like they're like criminals in a fucking port city. No, Agatha Christie is still an author. Yi Sang was an inventor instead of a poet, but Agatha Christie, she still gets to fucking be an author. Is that why you're letting them go? Because it doesn't matter? Huh? No, not at all. It's the opposite, in fact. I want to see things change. Change? Said that the Eurodivia started from a small group of nobodies, but they kept at it, slowly but surely, spreading through the city. I hear that they've been causing some real trouble in some nests, that they find it difficult to get rid of them. I mean, he still is a poet. I guess that's fair. Do you know what people have been saying here at T-Corp? Running low on time but burning full of frustration, then come join the Eurodivia. Like most people who accept injustices and move on, they don't. They refuse to turn a blind eye, confident and determined that they will one day bring real changes to the city. It's only natural that I find them extremely fascinating, to witness to what end to their desperate desires and aspirations lead. Nothing but impotent squirmings. Sorry, do any of you even give a damn about solving the case? This case has a certain destructive aesthetic to it. I like it. Thank you, Ryoshu. You've really contributed a lot. I'm following my family elders' words to see and experience as much of the world as I can before I return, because their words better be followed. Sounds excruciatingly bothersome. So many things in this world presume that they deserve to call themselves family. I've never heard you talk like that, Ryoshu. What will you ever accomplish with such half-heartedness? Don't worry about it. Most people live on that very half-heartedness. It's been eons since I really desired something with all my heart, you know. No, I'm not most people. I'm special. From the distance, loud, rapid footsteps broke through Rhodia's quiet whispers. I knew it. The culprit was a Urodibi. Ah, they're here. Won't give them the slip this time. Okay, let's go. Maybe you'll catch them this time if you breathe like Merceau, Ryoshu. Ryoda came to a sudden stop and looked at me, staring at me from underneath the shadows cast over her eyes. Dante, do you think it would have been any different if I followed Sonia back at the casino? Why do you ask? I mean, it's just watching Sonia's goals actually start to take shape while I stagnated, unchanging. It's making me feel really doing something with Crime and Punishment, great man stuff. Oh, does Crime and Punishment tackle great man theory? That's like good stuff. I almost read that book in high school for AP Lit. But instead we... Oh, what's that fucking One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? It's like Fight Club, but unironic. An odd impression. Ah. The protag thinks he's a special great man who therefore is okay with murder, and it turns out he's not. You're late, Clock. Two sinners had a head start, but it didn't take very long before we caught up to them and saw them quietly kneeling behind cover. We'll go ahead and draw their attention. We should be able to corner them in this direction. If Ryoshu and Honglu are out there to draw the culprit here, we just have to do our part and capture them. Yeah. What's wrong, Radia? Just every time I think about Sonia, I remember all the things I couldn't do. That's all. Rhodia. No, not gonna let this drag me down. This is an intervallo, Rodion. What the fuck? Chill out. You don't get another Kanto for at least another fucking like year. Yeah, I understand. Oh, this waiting around is getting so tedious. Hopefully I'll look real badass when I arrest him. You certainly recover quick. Now that's a good attitude to have. Yeah, I was assuming. Well, you know, ain't that how emotions are supposed to be? Constantly changing with time, you know? Is it now? I don't quite agree. Emotions don't change with time. I'd say that changing emotions are what drive the flow of time. Next one gives some background on Faust that canonized a stupid meme that turned out to be a spot-on 100% prediction. I am so excited to see that. That's some complicated stuff. I just can't wait to hear all the praises they'll sing of me once I snag this Eurodivi rascal, that's all. No, I want to be the very best. Like no one ever was, then you shall have your chance. A chance for you to be the center of attention, a subject of praise. That long coat, that hat. Want to know what it was? No. No. I will find out when it happens. Rhodia, Dante, the culprit ran that way. You're the Time Ripper. Correct. Correct! This isn't good. It'll take a while for Honglu and Ryoshu to get here. But before we get down to it, let's get down to whatever. Allow me to make a few corrections. 1. I am no longer bound to an organization like the Eurodivier. In fact, I found their hypocrisy detestable. Did you know that even the Eurodivier did not use their hours equally amongst one another? That is why I have chosen action. 2. I am not killing time. You will not compare my crusade to something so hollow. I'm out here to kill the women and calling them harlots or whatever. Because I am a misogynist guy. I merely reap the dying hours to share it among those who need it most. You may call me the time saint instead. What the hell are you talking about? Shut up and... All this is flying over your head, isn't it? You poor little thing starved for even a morsel of praise. This is both a correction of your ignorance and our final warning. If you wish to capture me, know us. And you must be prepared to pay the price in time. Was that an attempt at a threat? Do you seriously think you can scare me like that? Rodion, I don't think you can take these threats. Ryoshu is the only one in the party who can beat this guy. Sure, you're the very scary Time Ripper, but I've got it all figured out. I know your patterns. There's something staying in your hand, isn't there? Whether it's your creed or some kind of the design flaw in your tech, you can't touch my time. How would you like this ace detective deductions, huh? Half right, but you have given me 2 more corrections to make. 1, I'm not the one killing time. It's you and everyone like you who's killing time. 2, indeed, we cannot rip time away from just anyone, no. But I can take yours. Because you at this very moment are mired in tedium. What? Just biding the time, aren't you? Waiting for something to happen. Killing time. We're merely taking back the time that you would have killed anyway. Swing that axe and you might carve a small chunk of our flesh. But we will rip a chunk out of your existence. You will stir awake when the clock strikes 4. In 50 years' time, having done nothing, having lived through nothing, all in the blink of an eye. That's when it shall dawn on you, that despair. It'll all come rushing in like a flood. That disparity, the unfamiliarity of all the time you killed. Every pain a reminder of every single second you've killed. Thinking about how tedious it all is. I mean, he's got a fucking point. You look scared. We like that look in your eyes. Rodia stood there, completely frozen. No one could stop the Time Ripper as he walked away from us. Not me, not Rodia. The culprit, where are they? I thought I could take them on, but when I came face to face with the Ripper, I'm the Ripper, baby! How could you give them the slip? No. They threatened her. That's when they were going to rip away her time. Oh no. And the Ripper knew. They knew how I felt, so... Never mind. It seemed to me that Rodia decided not to say it out loud, but I knew the word she wanted to say was tedious. Yeah, this is fucking London. Look at the fog and it's gray. Pathetic. Unlike you, Ryoshu, my time is important. I'm not here just to make these stupid, pointless observations about the case. I didn't volunteer out of some weird obligation either, okay? I volunteered because I genuinely wanted to solve the case. Now I'm not like you. Either of you. Uh-huh. Sure, boss. Briefly grew concerned that Ryoshu might swing her scabbard at Rodia, but I don't think she was listening anyway. How banal. Instead, she stared up at the clock tower in silence as her cigarette slowly burned its way to her lips. I guess that's a relief. Rodia, Sorry, I think I'm just getting tired of wearing a silly smile. Oh no. Ooh, we're twisting time. Ooh. This is just a small glimpse into my dark and twisted time. Rodeo was always the one to lift the team's mood when it's down, but the mood among us had grown so incredibly awkward and cold that I was almost starting to feel a chill in my fingers. This is what happens when Rodeo's in a depressive mood. If we were back at the bus, or if Yi Sang or Gregor were here, they would have at least tried to do something to break the ice, but neither Ryoshu or Honglu were the kind of people to be heavily affected by such a frosty mood. So we just trudged on with our investigation. That is true. Honglu just posts through it, and Ryoshu's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to kill people. Huh. Looks like the culprit got him in the middle of something. He knew the Ripper. How could you tell? By looking at his eyes. Isn't it obvious? That look in his eyes, it's the kind of look that people have in their eyes when getting killed by a rat they know. Not exactly dead, you know. This dead body looks different from the last one we saw, though. Not a dead body either, but what is it? The culprit tore his scarf in half. Maybe they really disagreed with his fashion choices? The Ryodive must live like fools in the eyes of others, that we may see a path invisible to them. Must live like fools in the eyes of others, so that we may see a path invisible to them. Rodea? Something Sonia once said. Told me that the scarf was a yoke to hide the great ambition that those with such dreams must remain bound. But I don't see you wearing that scarf. It's just not my style. Oh, that's funny. Then chopping the scarf in half would mean that the killer is a former member of the Eurodivie. We should go back to their hideout and ask around. Damn it, the Ripper got our boss? Huh? Are you asking if anyone quit recently? Well, it's not like they formally quit or anything, but there were just some who went completely off the grid. Someone who wanted to steal the surplus time at T-Corp to share it equally among everyone? Yeah, I remember a lad who said something like that. When his younger brother died, he became a bit weird. Did anyone want to go along with that plan? I'm sure there are some, but we shouldn't. We're the Eurodivie. We must bide our time until the saint gives us the word. Is that so? Where is he? No idea. Last I heard, he said something like, I'll always be watching you. Creepy, innit? But I suppose that means he's still hanging about somewhere within T-Corp's borders. Oh, our boss man's gotta be back to normal, right? He'll always be watching, huh? Clock. I always burn a cig after a kill. But you're always smoking. Because it takes about 4 minutes for the cig to burn all the way through. I get to watch as the light of life slowly burn out in their dying eyes. It really enhances the flavor. Ryoshu. Olympus Company. All right, I've hopefully fixed the syncing problem. Because I've not minimized. What's this option called? I don't know. But it's the one where it's like a little bit, it's a little screen, but I can still see it. 4 minutes. I know that it takes exactly 4 minutes for this cigarette to burn away. But only 2 minutes have passed on that clock tower. Huh? That doesn't make sense. How come no one noticed that the clock tower was broken? This isn't a new development, by the way. From the moment our little game of detectives started to this precise moment, the clock tower always measured only 2 minutes by the time I finished smoking. Didn't someone say that it's because people have learned to be helpless? I've been waiting for something to get finished for a while. Do you know how much of a pain it is to wait for something but also have too much time in your day? It's so tedious. I think it's a real bother, standing guard here, all this stop and search, so tedious. Hey, assistant, what were the first 2 victims doing when the I'm the Ripper, baby! Let's just see. One of them was attacked while purchasing a 13-flavored lollipop candy, and the other was reading a comic book starring a T-Corp inventor as its protagonist. I'd say it's a pretty fun read. Are there a lot of clock towers in T-Corp? Total of 12 in the entirety of T-Corp, but just one in this general area. The Time Ripper struck only near this clock tower, didn't they? Right on, detective. What if they slowed down the clock tower and made everyone in the area feel the sense of extreme tedium? Tedium, I see. So that's what it was. You can rip time only from people who are bored. The clock tower. It should give me a nice view to blow smoke at. Oh, here's something I forgot to mention. You know that you need actual evidence to make an arrest, right, detectives? Huh? You have to catch them in the act. Can't go around arresting people just because you feel like it, What, do we have to let them attack us or something? Just so we can catch them in the act? Don't you know, he can literally rip the time out of you. One small mistake and you might wake up weeks, months, or even years later. We don't even know if that's the kind of thing Dante can rewind. Yes, it's all very tragic, but it's still part of your responsibilities. Do you even care about catching the culprit? Or is learning how he rips time all you care about? Right on again, Ace Detective. Huh. I once thought there was no inventors in T-Corp that I didn't know their ins and outs about. You see, I have the intricate knowledge of the mechanisms of every single machinery in existence within T-Corp. You even know about the bizarre contraption your friend back at the jail cell invented while he was here. Friend back at the jail cell. He. Oh, Yi-Sang. I didn't want that invention to be beholden to the T-Corp's patent agency. No, I wanted to watch as it spread throughout the city, which is why I didn't try very hard to stop him as he escaped through the back streets. It wasn't because I was lazy, mind. So to answer your question, no. Like in the case of the League of Nine Littérateurs, I don't care whether we catch the culprit or not. I'm just curious about the exact mechanism behind how he rips time. It's the nature of being an inventor. Agreed. How am I supposed to even get anything done with people like... Excuse me, Mr. Assistant. I have something I'd like to ask you. Back when Meursault stood on the temporal scale gallows, didn't the machine beep very loudly? Oh, that reticent friend? Yes, it did. He was talking about himself, about the gallows being given a stupid name. That's fair. If you have intricate knowledge of the mechanisms of every single machinery in existence within T-Corp, then do you also know why it malfunctioned? Of course. Why wasn't the gallows able to take 10 billion ons worth of time from Meursault? Was it really because it was broken? What are you talking about? It is statistically impossible for the machines of my design to have any faults, usually. Then the source of that error must be Meursault, or all of us, right? Not the machine? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You're not only looking the part, but also acting the part of an ace detective. Could have fooled me. All credits go to Lady Agatha. She did say that one of the qualities of an ace detective is a mind of bottomless inquisitiveness, after all. I thought the condition of getting exempt from our time tax was that we had to catch the culprit? That was what I was thinking when the Class 5 auditor began speaking again, as if to address my concerns. I'm not saying that I won't cooperate, of course. I may have even devised a plan for you, though it may be somewhat simple. I will stand in one place for a little bit. And I can't pace. And he will come there instantly. Oh, wait, everyone? Oh, thank God.
말뚝을 쑤셔 넣어주자.
자, 해골 바가지랑 거미 대가리.
말뚝을 소재가 준비됐어? 이거 참 설레는구려.
No, I have to use Ncorp Sinclair for the gimmick. Will this really work? I guess it's barely a plan and more like something we came up in the last 10 minutes, but still. Did I see the trailer for the next event? I try not to look at stuff that's upcoming because I want to be surprised when I play through it on stream. Like I wanna be completely fresh. But I heard something about a health checkup. Annoying. Okay, shh, let's hide. Hiya, I've been waiting for you. Did he just say hiya to the Ripper? How interesting. Not only did you know that I'd be coming here, but you also had the manners to extend your greetings? I see, you've been hailing us this whole time. Haha, of course, you were right under our noses all this time, weren't you? You're one of those fools playing pretend as a detective, aren't you? Killing time. You're right, can't say, can you teach me how to make the most of my time? Give us your time and we might tell you. What, 30 hours? What is this, a bloody joke? That ain't enough. Just think about all those hours we've lost fleeing from these sods. We could have spent that time ripping more hours from others. I say it's only fair that we take 300 hours from him. Agreed. He's one of the Nest lackeys, working with those filthy watch chains of T-Corp. He deserves it. If we let him go, it'll only bring further trouble. Let's show them what happens to those who that oppose us. Second, let's... Yeah. Sod it. Let's stab as deep as we can go. We don't want the repeat of the fat cat at the factory, do we? We're aiming straight for the center. We're not letting this bastard slip away with just a gash of 100 hours. Silence. I will decide the time. We will stab as deep as we can and rip 1,000 hours from him. That should be more than enough for us to happily share. Well, I suppose we'll be losing our sense of taste for the next 1,000 hours. If we divide the burden of 1,000 hours equally amongst one another, yeah, I can roll with that. Huh? It's almost like there are multiple personalities in there, all taking turns to speak. Colburn wasn't the only one who suddenly began to behave strangely. Hong Lu did too. His face relaxed into a tranquil look, as though he was ready to let something go. Perhaps it was an expression of liberation. 1,000 hours. Will 1,000 hours have passed in the blink of an eye? Yes, there will be no pain, only the despair that awaits you upon your awakening. Then, I like that. Rub my time away. He didn't mean that, did he? A time-tearing razor, is it? That is the core of the power that extracts time. Though it was no invention at all, but a distortion. My, this is highly fascinating. This is the kind of power that a distortion can grant, powers that only one could have dreamt of. Hong Lu's fine. He's fine. See, he's happy and cheerful, and that always means you're all right. After a lengthy silence, as though the world itself had come to a grinding halt, why can't we rip away your time? I see, everything went according to plan. It's all so same. I blink, but the world is just as familiar and changeless as ever. What? We've walked right into a trap, you daft idiots. Don't you understand? Detectives. AOTS. Whew, that's our leave. Had me worried there for a second. Their time is bound to Dante. That makes sense. Like I said earlier, the temporal scale gallows isn't broken. This error was caused by you. Your time, and this applies to all 12 of you, was already bound to someone else's time. Someone else's time? Me? This caused a multi-reference error in the temporal scale gallows, which was supposed to hang your time. So what you're saying is, because we are living within Dante's time, the gallows couldn't hang our time? Sure, boss. Well, if all that is news to us, then there's really no way for the Time Ripper to know that either. So once the Time Ripper arrives and tries to rip my time away from me, that's when Rhodia and Roshu can swoop in like the awesome people you are and arrest the culprit. And that's how this trap came to be. But what if, and really what if the Time Ripper manages to rip Honglu's time away anyway? Don't worry, Dante. It's all gonna be okay. Huh. Honglu seems fine. Chapter 8 is gonna be normal, I'm sure. I wonder how long the racket would last once the news of a malfunctioning clock tower breaks. Wouldn't it be so entertaining to watch as people's trust in the institution of the supposedly unerring clock tower crumble? It's going to be such a fun show. I'll try my best not to malfunction. Tick tock, tick tock. Hey, participation trophy. I used to really hate the sound of clocks. Don't know when it started, but I started associating its noise with the perpetual cycle of pain. Like it's some premonition that a clock hand-shaped blade will one day clean through me. A blade of time, if you will. Remember, he can't hear Dante, so he just uses him as a sounding board? That's fun. But your noise? It's a bit different. It's the kind of noise that makes me dream up something new. Something different, and it's not pain. Well, that's why I wanted to extend my gratitude. Not sure what he's extending his gratitude for, but can someone ask him to do something for me? Dante has a request. Right, request away. Think I've had enough experience to intuit when a big fight's about to break out, and I'm getting that exact feeling that something's about to happen. So it's time for you to return the other sinners. I can't believe they actually kept us imprisoned the whole time, only to let us out right before they caught the culprit. So how was it, manager, adventuring with just 3 sinners? Was it nice? I trust that you've learned your lesson, that my absence was deeply felt. I can't handle Honglu and Ryoshu. Please. I'm aching all over just from sitting inside that jail cell. I don't ever want to go back to jail again. Right, so is that solve the Time Ripper or something? A distortion we must defeat. Key front loads is oh, so okay, so he's more powerful at the start of the battle. That's fun.
대가리 딱 떼고.
Ryoshu wins. No, Ryoshu lost. Was it? I'm look. It's getting a little bit late. I am cooked. That was Otis. Too much sepia. That is true. I'm getting high off the fucking film developing material, chemicals. Lament, mourn, despair. Oh, full color art for the... Well, I assume because they put the full color art down and then all the sprites get filtered.
점 찍었네. 합격장.
Yeah, the syncing is good except for when you're fighting fucking fucking Bamboo Hat Kim. The Hat Man does not respect gender identity, gender pronouns past 500 milligrams. Absolutely crazy. It's unclashable. So I assume any defense that's not... Yeah. Can we dodge it? Yeah. I was assuming.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
He wasn't even doing that good at the beginning of the battle. The more he uses his resources, the more he's gonna get fucking cooked.
그렇게.
Okay, he hit, but that's fine. Okay. Are all of these unclashable? No. Okay, what effect is giving him that? Oh, it's more stolen time. Maybe it's time acceleration? What is his speed? Oh, he is very fast. I mean, I don't really need to, right? Like, I could. Oh, you know what's so true, actually. And Sinclair, you're gonna use Hex Nail, and it's gonna be indiscriminate because you fucking love team killing. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, new voice line? New voice line?
꽂혀보세요. 누군가에게 저주받는 기분이 어떤 것인지.
Oh, and wait, is he doing targeting? Yeah, he's like being chill now. I love the Ring Yi Sang skill too, because it's theoretically possible that it can do infinite damage. Yeah. Hexel does what is the it's like you get +1 attack weight for every what is the Hex Nail passive? I don't know. Ah. Random bullshit. Go.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting cooked. He has no more resources. Oh, we're flipping heads? We're flipping heads? 2 heads on minus 30. I hate you so much, Sinclair. He is almost staggered again, and he just unstaggered.
대가리 딱 떼도
결국 마지막까지
Lament, mourn, despair, lament, mourn, despair. Fuck. Oh, he kills. He still kills. Maybe? No.
소란이 줄었네요.
Oh, he ran away. Do we have to go into the fucking distortion world of this asshole? Have you ever wept in such deep longing for that extra minute, that extra second you let slip through your fingers? Where you wish that your heart would forever sleep, where its every beat was but a painful reminder of the merciless march of time? I don't suppose you have, because you all have plenty of time to spare. With that, the Time Ripper slips into the shimmering portal, a mirror dungeon of the Fathoms. It appears to be the same kind as the one we have seen before. Hey Dante, I've got a question. It just occurred to me for the first time. Where do all that time that you use, where did they come from? Well, that's... Never gave thought to where the time I rewind comes from. All I knew that it was that when I turned the clock, it rewound the time. Water closet. I wish I could answer her, but it's not like I know how any of this works. Ryushi quickly shut us down with her brief summary of the circumstances. We did not question it further. Dante's gonna be some fucked up technology. Mirror Dungeon of the Fathoms. Let's go. Let's go. Wahoo! Yippee!
당연한 결과죠.
Oh!
저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
So this is the culprit's fathoms. 21 minutes. Time it took from the impact for you to hit the cobblestones. Isn't it about time you quit that Eurodivia thing, brother? Well, the more like the esoteric concept of unlocking things that was infused into their body, allowing them to do so at will. We barely have enough time to scrape by. Wasting our time building unregistered inventions just to annoy some time collectors doesn't do anything. Come on, brother. Dream like you used to, please. You always wanted to work for the T-Corp Patents Agency, didn't you? We're just biding our time, waiting for the right moment, okay? And when that moment comes... But you don't even know when that moment is. What if that moment comes after we're dead? Why would any of that matter if we're not here to see it? Take the Grade 1 Inventor Certificate exam or something. Make the submission to the Inventions Expo. There's a pretty hefty prize money for receiving the Inventor of the Year award, you know? Did you know that in Otherness, everyone enjoys equal 24 hours? just imagine for a second. Oh. They talk real slow. What if we saved up a ton of money and moved to a different nest? Then maybe we'll get to live 24 hours a day too. I could get a full night's rest and I'd still have half the day to spend. Wouldn't that be so wonderful? Yeah. This one is particularly insidious. Like the yeah, K-Corp didn't seem that bad. Like, sure, they were killing their own citizens for, like, YouTube rage clicks, basically. Like, they were basically killing their own citizens for live leak footage. But that was still way less dystopian than this. Yeah. I don't want to see what the R-Corp nest looks like. That's gonna be some nightmare stuff. I know what W Corp does. I don't know. The new L Corp is, well, Lobotomy Corporation, I assume, is L Corp. I don't know if there's a new L Corp. Anyway, I saw there was a W Corp baseball cap, and I was like, oh, I should buy that. Because that's like a lot of merch. Ah, okay. Yeah. A lot of, like, merch for stuff, it's like, this is, like, obviously merchandise, but that I could wear around. And it's, like subtle. Like, people would be like, it's probably some sports team. But then people who know, they know. And they're like, oh, nice hat. And I'm like, thanks. But I don't have one, so. I was always full of excuses. For all my hatred of the system, I remained inert with my ignorance as a convenient shield and excuse for my inaction. I knew that our lives would get better if I did get certified, but I always gave the same excuse. I don't have time to take a test. One early morning, my brother came to speak to me. I'll lend you all but 2 hours of my time. That'll give you more than enough time to complete the exam. It ends around 2 p.m., right? I'll meet you in the front of the clock tower then. You give me back the time you borrowed there. Thus I was given a single day of abundance. The sun still hadn't set when I finished the exam. I had a good feeling about all this too. Maybe I could start dreaming again, just like that old comic book I used to read. To dream of becoming a... Wait, so I don't know. So the ad thing, it just appeared. No ads appeared. Man, that's messed up. Because maybe Streamlabs told me there was ads. maybe Twitch was like, oh, we don't have any fucking ads. It is January. So Twitch might not have enough ads to play when it's doing my ad break. So the car rolls in slowly. It's so slow that anyone could simply step out of its way. The driver is like us, someone who lives 10-hour days. But my brother can't get out of its way, because he doesn't have enough time. Hours already precariously stretched over a day, stretched even further. So you are slowly, so slowly, thrown into the air. I run as fast as I can within the time that is given to me, but I fail to reach him. Never could. Nothing changed, no matter how much time I was shared. Because my life was spent in a rush, because its entirety slipped through my fingers in the blink of an eye. I wandered aimlessly near the street. My brother drew his last breath. If only I could taste every flavor of this lollipop sooner. Man, I can't wait to read what happens next. Won't somebody knock me out and wake me when the next volume's out? The city. Can't wait for them to finally complete my portrait. I hope they captured the little upward flick at the tip of my mustache. It's supposed to look like a bird's wings, yes? It's so tedious waiting for it to be finished. There's too many people who so indifferently kill time. Our time will come, just like the saint said. I know it's tedious, but everyone feels the same way. Stop pestering me about it, yeah? You think I'm happy with the small time stuff? I'm just as tired as you are of punching those bloody collectors and running away. I was ignorant. I lacked the time. If only I had the time they killed. If only my brother had the time they killed. He would still be alive. Yes, my brother was right. Can't wait for the moment that won't come. Now is the time for action. I'll find everyone so content with killing their time, and though a clock may look as though it turns evenly on the outside, the cogs that make up the clockwork within each turn at disparate rates. This is a cool looking world. Some living 44-hour days, some living 4-hour days. We are not like the Eredivisie. We know that we must take action. So that's what you've turned yourself into. Within me is a place where all may live in equal hours, our nest. A place for all who have felt the very same pain. Your explanations fail to justify your time killing. Yes, I am not the time killer. It is the people of the city who have been slaughtering time. No one even took a moment to doubt that the clock tower may have been broken. Instead, they stopped merely complaining that there was a slow day and that they should just pass the time. Killing time. I saved the dying times from their wasteful clutches. Will you still claim that I am in the wrong? I mean, this universe fucking sucks, dude. So no, I mean yes, but whatever, man. Enter the Dungeon of the Fathoms. It resembles a T-Corp street. Past the crowds of busy passers-by. Glowing vending machine, void of color. Oh, we got $600. Oh, the lowest star is pretty good.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
I'm not using Dawn, so there's no reason to use cost on it. Yeah, probably not useful.
할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 나 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
대가리 딱 떼고
Oh, hi Heathcliff. he really is just the funniest guy. By the way, we killed one person with Lament-Born Despair, so now our skill 2 hit 3 people for no reason.
보면 밤새 끝나는 게 싸움인 거지.
You know, just for fun.
불길 속으로.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 저 두드려 패.
합격장.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how the fucking R-Corp technology works, but it seems fucking like a nightmare. Like, I don't know. I remember from like the like little movie. Oh, so it's like a fucking shadow weapon from Don't Starve.
일발 장전 고통은 없어.
I mean, I guess I can avoid as many of these battles as possible. Our core rabbit strategy is to shoot everything else, no friend or foe, just targets. Seems fair. Go. Skullbuster. Ah, fuck.
환상 제토감은 읽고 지시를 내린
Did you even read the observation logs? No. Find yourself at a random T-Corp street. Collection staff is collecting taxes. Will you be making your payments in time or in cash? Like I said, we already paid our time taxes in full. Besides 300 million on? That's absurd. The records state that you have accrued additional time tax responsibility due to the donation gift tax. No way. Is this because I gave away my time to those kids in the back streets? I only gave them 300 hours, so how the hell does that suddenly snowball into a 300 million on in taxes? That doesn't make any sense. Our calculations, Jesus Christ, in the US, at least T-Corp calculates your taxes for you. That's what I'll say. Lament, born, despair. Heathcliff claims that there is something wrong with their calculation. The other sinners chime in to say that they should probably get that amount verified. One of them notes that conveniently there's a collections office nearby. Oh my, I'm running out of water. The whispering crowd begins to grow around the commotion, and the time collector eventually gives in. Looks like you're not carrying a timepiece. I would stay out of trouble if I were you. The time collector grumbled about something and left, but not before taping something to the sinner's clothes. Warning notice. Okay. I've done it. Secret hideout. A Eurodivvy is fervently reciting the text given to them by the saint. We have become nothing but cogs in a machine that exists solely for the industrialists, the bourgeoisie, and the wings. What else? What other human relation remains among the citizens but the narrow self-interest and heartless bonds created by capital? Thus we shall cast aside the cold, unfeeling metal we call coin. Instead, we shall trade our warmth with one another based on our needs. The haves, the laws of the nest are shields that protect their privileges, yet to the have-nots, they are chains that shackle us. Bro, you can't just fucking come out here and say the truth. Jesus Christ. Then we shall defy the laws of the nest. We shall show them the wrath of the have-nots. All the Eurodivvy have to lose is our chains. All that we have to gain is a world without hunger. I like the idea, but there's no way it'll work, right? Jesus Christ. Yeah, Rhodion's probably the highest. Oh, yeah. We have failed. Alcohol overflows the uppermost chalice and spills, filling the other chalices below. Chalice of trickle down. That's really fun. That's really fucking good. Holy shit. They really got in one. You did. I was like, oh, it's gonna be. I thought I was gonna get a little bit of a chuckle. That was a full laugh. That wasn't just clever. It was genuinely like. It's like when people say something's funny, it's like, oh, it's gonna be clever and I'm gonna get a little chuckle out of it. No. That was downright hilarious. I refuse to not use superlatives in this society. We have normalized not liking things, and that sucks. Ah. Oh, that was a meaty burn.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 두드려 패.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Get this man.
직접 놓아주마.
Oh wow, this is not a very long dungeon. Can't even touch them thanks to the spatial temporal displacement superposition phenomenon. Is there anything you can do to help? Oh, pride. Technically, we couldn't possibly fail that. You've done everything you could, but none of it yielded any meaningful result. You can't move and you can't physically touch them. But you find a suspicious-looking receipt from under the victim's foot. This might be a clue.
무엇이든 맞출 수 있는 탄원이니 말입니다.
Just make up random bullshit. Technobabble. Go!
빨리 시작하시죠.
점 찍었네.
This is not, very... We're not... These aren't very hard. I mean, I guess we are a little bit over-leveled.
완성되었네.
So,
하나
fair
눕혀볼래?
enough, I guess.
이렇게 눕혀가다 보면 어느새 끝나는 게 싸움.
What was the highest level you could get on release? Like, when the game released, what was like the max level you could level your guys up to?
정신이 있나? 왼발 잡자.
30. Wow. Up until recently, that was my whole team was not much higher than that. So honestly, probably would not have changed anything about my team. If I had well, I guess I did start in chapter 2 or season 2.
이거 참
To battle.
설레는구려.
가서 할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
The Time Ripper does have a cool design. I like the arms. I think I might have seen this battle in a Mirror Dungeon once. Yeah. I unfortunately can't... Oh, no, wait. I can clash one of these. No, I can't clash that either. Nope, I literally can't clash anything. Thanks, boss. Yeah, but that's fine. It's like not a problem at all.
점 찍었네.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Sinclair is, he's distorting. Oh no, he's distorting. Okay, we could hit Heathcliff, or... I love... I don't know why this is, but Ishmael has, or at least Reindeer Ishmael has this, like, the animation where she sort of, like, mechanically, like, tilts her head. Yeah. I think this one's better. Suffering from headache. Man. Take some ibuprofen, I guess. Oh, right, he's fast. He's like a fast guy. Well, Sinclair's probably gonna get hit by this, and that's fine. That's what he gets for being a team killer. You know what? We do that. This music, this theme is classy. We could use the fucking secret ability. Dante's secret ability. You know what? Let's get these down a little bit more before we use Lament, because I want to kill.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
I'm assuming this is friendly. Yeah, there's Heathcliff. Hopefully Heathcliff doesn't die. Oh, he barely took any damage at all. Good evade? Good evade? That was a huge evade. I'm thinking about getting Arcorp Heathcliff to round out my charge team. He's not really much of a charge. I mean, he has charge. He is technically a charge unit, so that was my. He's also Heath. I guess I could do a multi-crack Heathcliff. I guess I can't. It's yeah, we have to. I'm using the fucking the Lament. We can do 90 damage at most, so
점 찍었네.
yeah, we're gonna make it so much stronger. Okay, we can Lament next turn for sure. Wow, Sinclair winning a clash with his fucking skill 1 is brutal. The Time River is not very strong. He's distorting. Did I get a sinking gift? No. I just have... I mean, Ishmael's a sinking unit. Heathcliff's a sinking unit. And he keeps losing his clashes, so...
불길 속으로.
Alright, he'd better hope he has more than this. Bloody hell, this is really getting on my nerves. Quit hiding this, yeah? Give us a proper view. Damn it, I hoped I wouldn't have to show them my true form. Though we couldn't be sure if there were multiple personalities in the Ripper's head, for it was truly the voice of the many. We did hear several voices of varying pitches echoing from all corners of the room. The Time Ripper cornered grabs the lapels of his long coat and... Oh, he's got a bunch of grenades.
내가 이상한 기류는 기가 막히게 느끼거든. 뭔가를 할 것 같긴 한데 어떻게 해야 할지는 모르겠으니까 머리 좀 굴려봐.
Next coming. HP gate, phase change. Those are brains. Oh. Yikes. Time is 775 or 155, time synced on all the units. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. The music is good though. Like the music has been pretty good. It's been pretty awesome this whole chapter. I don't know. I think I've said that several times, but it still holds true. Oh, that's... We're back. Unless we can pull it away with a evade. I only have one evade. Okay. And then... Ooh, hopeless. Ah, okay. Wait, why is this attack fucking crazy? Oh, it's because it's a plus coin. I see. Is there anyone who can pull this attack away? Heathcliff can. Okay.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
You saying, oh, he didn't reuse the coin. So sad. It's fine. He de-staggers when he gets on the horse. Oh my god, so many status effects.
저거 정신 차릴 때까지 앞에서 시선 좀 끌어줘야겠어.
Okay. Sinclair, why are you losing? Yeah, that's true. Keep forgetting these are... he's good. Even if it doesn't look like he's good. Hold on. So, you are directed at Sinclair. Two are directed at Ryoshu. And the one is directed at Yi Sang. And then I have to just figure it out for these other two. Okay. And then... And then, wait, hold on. Okay, so these two target Sinclair. Let's just defend. Because we need to, no, because clashing one of these is better than taking damage from both with a shield. Since all brains share SP. Yeah. Okay. No wait, we're gonna use Mind Strike. Oh. And then Heathcliff can attack anyway.
불길 속으로.
Oh, he won. Sinclair wins. He loves flipping heads. we're hitting him with a little bit of sinking. Okay, he's low speed, so we can just obliterate him. The fact that he has he had a little bit of speed for a little bit was like, it was a little tough, but once I got past that, it was he is not at all a threat. Irritating little tricks. Oh, remember what you said earlier? It might be the time to put that to use. But I'm sorry, doesn't that use too much time? It drains too much time from all of us. Shush, my friends. Letting this drag on for any longer will cost us more in the long term. This attack will surely eliminate them. Think of how much time we will save by taking care of them here and now. We shall share this burden of time together. What is this attack? Hold on, let's see. What is this clashing power? Oh, it's unclashable, and oh, time killing time. What if we dodged it? Can we dodge it physically? No. Holy fuck. Hold on, wait. Can I see the clash power of this? You're fucked. Oh, it is 48 plus 48. So it... wouldn't I want to damage? That way I might hit a stagger. Which brain is using this attack? The middle one? Can't be staggered. Okay. That's fun. Nah, Heathcliff will handle this. Well, Sinclair's gone. Bye, Sinclair. He's not even dead? Oh, this doesn't make sense. That had to work. More tricks, is it? Oh, wait up. You took 5 hours from me earlier. What's up with you taking another 3 hours from me? You only had took 2 from that side. We will settle that as soon as we deal with this present threat. Focus on the battle for now. Deal with this present threat when? In 3 hours? 4? This fight's been going on for too bloody long. I understand. That is why we must all sacrifice our collective time to... Nope, I ain't giving you more than an hour of my time. Take more from the rest. I got short end of the stick last time when the numbers didn't evenly divide by 12. Shut up about the last time. You're just an uneducated fool who doesn't even understand basic conditions of subtraction. Oh, what the hell is that? Who said that? It's the new one, ain't it? They're starting to fight each other. I get it. You're saying that now is our chance, right? Infighting. Oh. Oh, he looks low. That one's unclashable. Okay. Okay. Okay, that one's dead.
예사롭지가 않은데? 아주 작살을 내놨어.
Magic bullet fire. We're gonna hit all 5 parts?
지금이
Serious Skullbuster.
거미 대가리. 기적해 차려졌지 않나.
No, they're cooked.
서도록 할까?
Okay, wait. Is this the unclashable one? No, I'm just... Oh, it's just the 7 speed. Where's this one going? Ryoshu. Okay.
대가리 딱 떼도.
Bam. Bam.
떼어내주지.
Bam. Oh, he got cooked. So who are the other 12 people? Or the other 11 people? If only I had 10 more minutes. No, a minute. A few more seconds even. I could have changed so much more if only I had the time. So I thought, once upon a time. So what did you do? Did you even try to change anything? Believe it or not, I'm the creator of every change you see around you. I know. I know that the burning question is, what changes, right? Because at the end of the day, this place became no different from the other horrible, horrible nests. There's so much pain here, just like any other place in the city. So listen up and listen close, because there's only one way to truly be free of suffering. Stopping time. Our assistant's expression turned bitter. He did not elaborate. Well, it's not like he could understand me, and the sinners were too busy keeping their eyes on the Time Ripper to relay my question. Like always, the LCA's Special Operations Unit arrived and discussed a few things with the employee. Labeled the Time Ripper a distortion with complicated classification code. And that's how the case of time-killing time closed. But I'm so happy that you finally caught the perpetrator. Behold, my portrait is finally complete. Isn't it so wonderful? So slow, everyone. Let's stop being lazy and get to work. Yes? Chop chop. What our assistant said much earlier was right. T-Corp did not change, not even a little. Why did you volunteer to be bait for the Ripper, Honglu? I'll be honest, I was scared as hell. The moment I began thinking about how my own time could just get ripped away from me, I just wanted to understand. Because to me, the world was full of things I couldn't understand. In truth, I still understand so little of it. Why do people hang on so desperately to something like time? Something so ephemeral? Yeah? But I know one thing. You understood the culprit, Rhodia. It wasn't just fear that held you back. Well, there was fear. A different side of you felt like you could understand him. That's why you stayed your hand. How do you know that? Watching you, Rhodia, reminded me why I did not resist when my siblings tried to kill me for the first time. My head is in my hands right now. Holy shit, thank you, Honglu. I wasn't just scared, I felt as though I could understand them. when fear grows so extreme that it circles back to its origin. That moment is so precious and so beautiful. Nice to know they still care. Alright, lads and lasses, gather around. We'll be running a special feature on the people who played the biggest role in solving the case of time-killing time, and for that, we'd like to get a little group photo. Would that be alright with you ace detectives? What an auspicious day this is! What's up with the long face, Rodya? Everything okay? I don't know if I even deserve to be in the picture. I didn't really get anything done out there, did I? But Rodya, we eventually captured the culprit, didn't we? It was only possible because we all worked together. I'd say everyone did a great job out there. Rodya, Honglu, Ryoshu, all three of you. Good work. I mean Honglu and Ryoshu. I just cowered as soon as I came face to face with the culprit. I was ridiculous. Well, it is said that all great detectives are flanked by great assistants. That's funny. Isn't that what this great Lady Agatha said? No, I said it just now. Honglu, never change. Actually do change, but in like Honglu sits in that great area of comic relief where the things he says are funny, but they're still in character. He's funny, but it's in character, and it also fits in the world and tone, where it's like, oh my god. Yeah, well, I'm assuming Honglu's chapter is gonna be a fucking nightmare. I'm the only one who's allowed to make that long face. Smile, detective. Right, can we huddle a little close together? And then our family had a death match for the inheritance, calling it now. What right did I have to stop those struggling to change things, no matter how small? When I haven't done anything. It seemed that I was the only one who heard her whispering. There will be the inheritance is a golden bough. Right then, 1, 2. Time. Hold. Chief Executive Director, it's time. Ah, my. Thank you for letting me borrow your clothes. I made sure not to get even a speck of dust on it, so don't you worry about having to run it through a washer. Chief Executive Director, when did he... It's been so long since I had a day this exciting. Thanks, participation trophy. I just like to experience how it's like outside the company building from time to time, you know? Yep. It's the CEO. Jesus Christ. Shouldn't he be thanking us for solving the case? Not, you know. Let's see. Considering your rather competent command of the battlefield and the special ability of yours, maybe you could even snag the exceptional award. Actually, no. Perhaps you'd receive the distinctive award instead, since you can't explain the mechanism of your own powers. Your clock does seem quite special, but the time that flows through you doesn't seem very different from the concept of time I'm used to. Well, I don't have any prize money to hand out, but allow me to impart a little tip instead. Remember, using the power of time comes with a cost, always. It's something that's been a thorn in my side as well. Oh, another thing I should thank you for. My dream began to flow once again. On the day I ventured out to the edge and wished upon a star, I thought my dream to have ceased there, never to flow again. I would have wished for something completely different had I the chance to wish again, but I believed my only chance spent. A star. I don't understand why, but a mere mention of it suddenly brought back memories of the star I saw when I made the pact with the sinners. I used to think the star could never be linked again, that I could never turn back time. Vile men like myself know when their dreams come to an end, when there is no path left for the dream to go. But I was wrong. There it was. something rewinding time right before my eyes in a way that I could not fathom. Well, it is my current hypothesis that you're not actually rewinding time, but a potential is a potential still. And that distortion that rips time is another proof that I do not know there is all to know about time, not yet. So my dream once still as a lake has become wild as a rushing river once again. Your indifferent, unafraid attitude towards time, it also left me an impression. I think day after day about how uncaring the nature of time is, that it will continue to drift on and on and on, even after my death. And I think about how that's so terrifying. I'm afraid of death, yes, but I'm not interested in researching immortality. The flow of time is equivalent to constant change. Those who dare tread upon the road of illusion from death and annihilation will soon find themselves before another wall of what they have sought to flee from in the first place. What must one do to stem the change when the nature of perpetual change itself is tied to an immutable thing like the flow of time? One must stop time itself, of course. Yes, indeed, therein lies the conundrum. Until time itself ceases to move, all change eventually becomes a great flow. I'm having trouble following your train of thought. Dante says that they are having trouble following your train of thought. Oh well, I must have been thinking out loud. I must understand how someone might forget who they're talking to when the listener has nothing to say in response but intermittent ticks and talks. I suppose all that was probably too much for a manager of an upstart business to understand, yes? Abnormality that kills you when you pause the game. Does this conclude the business of 10 billion on time tax? You're all exempt. Can you imagine what would have happened if a case like this for you to solve didn't exist? Can you imagine that you almost had to live the rest of your life stretching a measly 4 hours over an entire day? Unbelievable. A little nap and you'd wake up 2 whole days later. Well, that is, if the 4-hour daily minimum time policy even applied to you. Theo dies immediately, yes. That is difficult to believe, but I understand. Then, oh, almost slipped my mind. Remember that purchase catalog Limbus Company handed me? That monolith in there really caught my eye. I'd like to purchase them. As many as you have in stock. Cheers. That's a sale made. It was really pricey, too. Who knows? Maybe this will get you that commendation or whatever it is. He's buying distortion making machines? Oh, God. Understood. Your intention to purchase will be relayed. The monolith? What are you planning to do with? It's as... Oh, Virgilius cares. Wait, he's... Like, he's like, wait, hold on a second. Faust is like, that's fine, and Virgilius is like pressed about it. It's a secret. Things yet to be realized must remain shrouded in hearts under the starless sky. Let's go. Yes, Hubert! Oh my God. That was a jump scare. Holy shit. Holy shit. Of course, still wrong humor and personality, but still, yeah. That's incredible. I'm still thinking about it because this line is like, oh, it's like a big reveal, but I'm the only person who it was a big reveal for. This line was written for me specifically. Of course, Virgilius is concerned about him buying the monster-making machines. Yeah, but usually when he's concerned, he's like, he tries to play it cool, play it off. He seemed like he was like, wait, what? Like he was genuinely taken aback. This company is growing increasingly bizarre, Miss Faust. Not only are we providing distortion management service, but also dipping our feet into the sales of artifacts like the monolith? I don't believe the monoliths should be so easily bought or sold. I see them as something we must retrieve, not put up for sale. You do understand the ramifications of selling artifacts that could force a distortion, I trust. The world is aplenty with technology capable of maiming or slaughtering a fellow human. Not all of those who have started with intent to do harm, in fact. In fact, most of them have begun as an altruistic project for the betterment of mankind. In other words, it depends. Do you really believe this to be a matter that you can simply brush aside with? Virgilius, you know my place, yours as well. You're aware that we are not providing the luxury of choice. Oh my, like this is, hold on, lore? Virgilius is slowly cracking on the premise. He's like cracking, like he cares. He tries to play it off like he doesn't care, like he doesn't give a fuck. But he does. He does give a fuck. L Corp exec promised Virgilius? Is Limbus Company trying to be the new L Corp? We will both reach what each of us desire. That is a guarantee. Fine. With that, I mean, I would presume, since they're trying to jack all of Lobotomy Corporation's old technology. Ooh, you're framing it already? Ever since we returned to the bus, Rodeo was busy moving between the sinners, excitedly talking to them about whatever subject they were interested in. Quite, thus this achievement has been memorialized for all eternity to come. Do you intend to put it up for display? In her hands was the article we were featured in. Don Quixote dedicated considerable time and effort to meticulously ironing out the creases, coating it with a thin film and displaying it carefully in a frame. We could barely tell it was her due to the blurring, but she appeared so happy to be part of the photograph. Much do I desire to hang it there for all to see, but this doth carry great meaning indeed. It's my very first accomplishment, thus I shall place it in my chamber for safekeeping. Boy, you're really stoked about a shaky picture of yourself, huh? Aw, don't be a buzzkill, darling. Chiquita's happy about it. Chiquita! Are they over? Oh, it's so in January, Amazon is like, oh, fuck this. It matters not, for this is a signifier of our achievements. Yeah, our achievement, haha. Rodeo is laughing and cheering along with her as though nothing had happened. But it's never been so clear that this cheeriousness was all an act, and I think that pained my heart. Yet I was powerless to do anything about it. The most I could do is clear the air and hopefully divert their attention to something else. Faust, can you ask Virgilius where we're headed next? Virgilius, Dante asked. At least when we're talking about our next destination, the past seems to become a blur, even for a moment. That was the intent behind my question. Yes, I've come to realize that it is about time the manager asked me for some information regarding our next destination. Luckily, I was right. The subject of our next destination was enough to divert the sinners' attention. They all fell silent in anticipation. My next destination, too bad I got more than I bargained for, is to a warp train, Dante. I didn't just clear the air. That statement alone caused a whole storm among the sinners. Are they like excited?
끝인가? 정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나? 그렇다면 어째서 이 분노가 끝나지 않는 거지?
Oh, well, you know, nothing bad would ever happen on the Warp Express. Well, yeah, we may be able to do the whole chapter at once. This one only took like 3 hours. If I like block out 5 hours, no, because we're late. I'm gonna say 2 streams for the next intervalo. Yeah, because I do I'm back at school. I do need to be up in the morning. So yeah. That's the stream. Let's see. Is anyone live on Twitch? Nope. All right. Good night, Clever. See you next week. I might do some other Limbus streams over the week, but probably not. I am quite busy. So, good night.